Hey everyone, it's Arylo here with your weekly love letter. And I'm so excited to be taping this love letter from a place called Emerald Bay. Oh, look at this bay! O-M to the G! Isn't it breathtaking and beautiful? Noah and I are driving through Lake Tahoe right now on our way back to San Francisco because we're going to be spending the summer hanging out, writing, being with friends. And when we were driving past her, I'm like, we have to stop at Emerald Bay. Because this last month at the Love Club, we've been talking all about self-empowerment. And it's been a lot about what the videos that I've been shooting for the love letters have also been about really being the king or the queen of your own domain. And what's really cool about Emerald Bay is that actually at the foot of this big, huge gorge that I'm standing on is actually a Viking castle. And it's set on Emerald Bay. And emerald is actually the gemstone of sovereignty. So if there was to be a gemstone in a color of self-empowerment, it would be emerald green. And so today I wanted to bring you a big dose of self-empowerment as we complete this month of self-empowerment and go into a month of self-awareness and self-honesty. Because here's the thing that I know for myself, and I know for so many people I've been talking to, and maybe you as well, there are things that you are tolerating in your life that are keeping you from what your heart and soul truly desire. And the vow of self-love that goes with self-empowerment, the power mantra that we've all been jiving on, is I will never settle for less than my heart and soul desire. And honestly, just think for a moment of the things that you're tolerating in your life that are keeping you from what your heart and soul desire. Now, I'm going to be a little vulnerable here and tell you the truth. I used to tolerate a lot. I tolerated a verbal and emotionally abusive relationships for 14 years that kept me from living my dreams and living in California and living and having my dream job of working in fashion. I've tolerated living in a house that I didn't love because I was scared. Because I was scared. I've been talking to people who are tolerating jobs that they don't love. They're tolerating the health that they don't love. They're tolerating a money situation they don't love. And they're tolerating relationships that they don't love, all because of fear. Because they're afraid of something. So for me in my former relationship, the reason I stayed for 14 years and tolerated that verbal abuse was because I was afraid of not having love. And the reason I stayed in a house for probably 3 years longer than I wanted to, and I tolerated doing that, was because I was afraid of having the security, being without the security home has. Talking to a friend of mine, she tolerated a job that was making her fat and unhappy and keeping her away from her kids because she was afraid she couldn't create her own money. So whatever it is that you are tolerating in your life, that's keeping you from what your heart and soul truly desire, because you're afraid you're not going to have that love and that security or whatever it is, I'm asking you to take a bold step this week and be honest with yourself. To use the power of this bay, the emerald, the self-empowerment, to be honest with yourself about why you're tolerating it. Next month in the Love Club, we're going into self-awareness and self-honesty so that you can really know what your heart and soul desire. And you have to be really willing to be honest with yourself. So let's just take a moment right now. Go ahead and close your eyes. Put your hands on your heart. And ask yourself from a place of total honesty, what am I tolerating right now? What am I putting up with? What am I making up stories about? What am I trying to make it okay when it's not okay? What are the things that I'm lying about to myself because I'm afraid to let go? I'm afraid to walk forward into the unknown. And what's that tolerating costing you? And be honest with yourself. What's it costing you? And then the third question is, what's the truth? What's the truth? and really tell yourself the truth. Lean into that branch of self-honesty. And then I dare you this week to take one action that would allow you to step into that truth, to release what you're tolerating and step into love for yourself using the quality of sovereignty and self-empowerment. And go ahead and write it right here on the blog, the action that you're going to take, as well as what you've been tolerating and what you're no longer going to tolerate, and what action you're going to take to step into your truth. And then you're invited to join us in June, this coming month, the Love Club, for a whole month of self-honesty and self-awareness. Just go to jointheloveclub.com. Because here's the thing, the dreams in your heart and soul matter, and you don't have to tolerate anything that doesn't support you making them real today. Sending you much love from Emerald Bay, and looking forward to a month of self-honesty and self-awareness with you all, surfing on the heels of this wonderful self-empowerment. Breathe that in.